Hey guys! Welcome me back to here.
Welcome back.
Look, I brought Disney. Hi, Loons. And I brought Loons back, of course. She's very happy. I don't know what she wants right now, but she's super excited. Hey, Spencer.
Well, howdy.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Are you ready to show some fine people how to Mexican round braid?
Sure is.
Well, that's super exciting. But first, hang on a second, because we have to talk about my new mug for just a moment. So, one of my lovely, lovely customers, Sherry, brought me a present while I was gone. She brought me a adorable Alice in Wonderland mug. You know, look how cute that is. It's kind of like my Thing 1, Thing 2 cup, but it's an Alice in Wonderland version. And she brought me a Central Perk mug for Luna. How adorable is that, guys? Anyways, thank you so much, Sherry. I also got a mug when I went to Disneyland, but my fine husband broke it at the airport. And so I'm currently waiting for the replacement to come in the mail. So that is my story, and that's why I don't have my mug, but this one is really great and I will enjoy using it. It's actually a lot better than my Thing 1, Thing 2 because that one, the little loops are so small that you have to hold it with like one finger and then brace the side of the cup with your knuckle and then you burn them because coffee is hot. So this one I can get a good grip on. But anyways, thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate the present. Anybody else wants to send me a mug, I'm a mug collector, so feel free.
What's your new mug look like that got broken?
It is
the stream, Abigail, because the one that got broken.
Yeah, the one that is broken, it's a Star Wars mug, and it is the Wookiee Celebration Globe. I actually had to look it up because I had no idea what it was.
It would have been perfect for today because it is May the 4th.
Exactly. And I don't have my Star Wars mug. But anyways, it was just like this blue globe that just has like a handle cut out. I don't know. It's fun. I'll have it eventually and I'll bring it in and you guys can see. Luna, what? Anyways, we're going to do Mexican round braiding today with Spencer. He is our resident.
We haven't even got to that. We're still not to that yet.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Oh, do I have to drink?
No.
No. Oh, I'm wearing, oh, hang on, that's two. Look, there we go.
Here, I can go.
So it's the 50th anniversary this year of Disney things. And so this is their 50th anniversary. One of the sides back here, this one says the 50th anniversary. But they're my pirate ears.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. Now we can Mexican round braid. Now it's your turn.
All right. So I made up a sample bit.
He sure did. He made a whole
did.
bracelet.
Yeah. So I figured it was better than just a little strip.
Yeah.
I don't have any pieces at home. I always give them away or sell them. So I don't know if y'all can see. That's what it looks like. There's no ridge on top. It's covered. It's round all the way around. Round braid. Makes sense.
Do you know why it's Mexican?
I'm assuming because it was made in Mexico. It was invented in Mexico. I didn't do my research on that.
Oh man. If anybody out there has any, historic tips about the Mexican round braid, we would love to hear them.
Mm-hmm. All right. So first, I got a piece. You'll need a fid or lacing fid.
Okay.
Lacing needle, of course. I always use the slots because the round holes just don't look right. They give a little gap on the bottom side of your stitching or lacing whenever you're done. It looks more clean with slots, in my opinion. I'm matching my
You just working with 1/8 inch?
Chisel. Yeah, I match my chisel with my lace. I know some people go a little smaller with their chisel just to make it a little easier without gaps.
But you said you have to go through twice.
You do. You have to go through every hole twice and the corners 4 times.
So that would be really difficult if you tried to get your slots smaller than your lace.
Yes.
That would be hard.
Yes.
So just match up your stuff.
Yep. And you can bevel the bottom side and size your lace and all that if you want to.
Did you?
I did not. Just for, simplicity. But it does make it lay cleaner just like any other braiding if you bevel it. I always bevel my stuff normally.
That's right. If you want to see the super ghetto tool that Spencer has to bevel, you can go check out our whip braiding videos from a couple months ago, and he will show you how to bevel lace and his little dowel rod with razor blade that he made.
PVC bolt thing. Yeah,
it works. To bevel.
It works very well.
Yeah, I mean, he's super happy with it, and he still has all of his fingers.
Yeah. Most of them.
He has most of all of his fingers.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
All right, so first now I don't know how much lace. I've never measured or counted how many yards of lace I'll need for the project. So that's the only thing I don't have with me because I always just buy a spool of lace and go with it. But I will say I did a bifold wallet and it took me 18 yards.
Okay.
So, and this is a bifold. So something
So it's like 9
we can measure.
and 9, so we've got 18 plus 4 plus 8. 18 plus 8, 30. Guys, I've got a cold right now. I don't know what you want. 26. 18 plus 8.
18 plus
18 plus 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, 26.
Yay, I can
26
math.
inches.
Okay.
So took 18 yards to do 26 inches. So
So do that math.
if you want to math that, you can.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off. I'm going to show y'all how to start it. And then I'll show y'all how to splice, do corners, and then finish back into itself.
All right. Ooh, could you also show people how to dead end?
So I have not found a way how to dead end on Mexican round braiding just
Okay.
because the way you start it, it doesn't look right.
Okay, so that's kind of a good thing to note is that Mexican round braiding needs to come back around to
All
itself.
the way around, yes.
Okay. So no dead ends on your
No
round,
dead ends.
unless
one
you
of
guys
y'all
have
know
found
how.
something. Yeah, and then let us know.
So
That will not be part of our video today.
nope. So I always take my lace just to make it lay a little flatter. You want to go with the top camera? Maybe.
Tony,
What?
top camera.
Top camera. All right.
He's reading comments.
I always take my lace and like skive just the end. It makes it easier on the needle.
I believe Kevin does the same thing. So
Yeah.
you're in
then,
good company there.
Make it pointy. I always do that too. So I don't know.
So we skive and make it pointy.
Skive and make it pointy. Put it in your lace and needle barbs through the top grain.
Barbs to the top grain. There you go.
Then pliers, smush it down. So, all right. Now, how we're gonna start this? I've already
Fit it out.
made larger, wallered
Wallered out.
out.
Gosh, I can't believe I forgot that. I'm losing my Denny touch.
Yep. So we'll number these holes to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 holes. So first we're gonna go through the front on the first hole. Pull that through. We're gonna lay our tag end over the back like so. We're gonna come over the front and go through the 4th hole. So we'll have 2 empty holes and then we'll go through that hole.
Oh, that's a big jump.
Yep. Come back through that hole. And then on the back side, we want to take our tag end, lay it like so. So it's on the edge side of our lace. That locks it down. Bring it back over the front. And I'm not doing this very tight. We'll come back and tighten it up whenever we come back around and finish up our lace. We'll go through the 2nd hole. Like so. And now here's where the weaving starts. We'll take it to the back. And now our tag end will go under that little bit right there. Bring that up. And this starts the braiding. And now we'll go into the 5th hole. Down through there. Like so, make sure you catch that tag end every time. We can actually cut that shorter. We'll cut that a little shorter. Alright, so instead of going to your next hole, you'll actually come back to your 3rd hole right here. It's still empty. But before you do that, you want to go under this strand. You can see how this one goes over it, so you want to bring that one up. You go under this one. like so. And then we're going to go through that third hole.
Oh my.
Just like that. And that's the start. That's how you start. And now, from now on, every back hole you go through 2 strands. So on the back, we're going to do the same exact thing how we did under our tag end, except it's going to be this strand right here. We're not going to go under the tag end, just this strand. Just like that. Bring it over the front, top, and then we're going to go through the next hole. Going to go through the next hole. Come back around the front. Go under this one and over, so we want to bring this one to the surface. Under that. Like so. And then you can muscle it, or you can take your fid, waller that out, and then the adjacent hole. So we went under this strand right here, and then the next hole right there. We're gonna go through that, and that makes that hole have 2 pieces of lace in it now.
Yeah, I can see that all filling in.
Yep. So, and we'll just continue this. Might have should have started closer to the corner, but it'll be fine. So I went under that strand to lift it up in the back. It's like so. And I'm still not pulling very tight. It's a very loose braid. Through the next hole.
You didn't wallow those ones out.
I didn't, no. Bring that strand up. Like so. And then you can waller out that hole. You can do more than one at once. Saves time than setting up and picking down your awl all the time. Or fid. Is it awl or fid? Or does it matter?
I think it's called a lacing fid.
Fid?
But I mean, it kind of just looks like a fat awl. An awl might have a sharper edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what classifies the 2.
And it's not, I mean, it's kind of a diamond shaped this way, but usually awls are diamond shaped.
And you used to punch holes for stitching.
Yeah. Sorry about my sniffles today, guys.
What awl are you using?
A fid.
It's a fid.
Lacing
What fit
fid.
are you using?
Just the Osborne lacing fid. We only
Yep.
sell one.
Okay. Harry was questioning.
And we'll just continue this.
I think you're gonna run
A
out of
little bit.
stuff before you
What?
get to the corner.
Then we got a splice.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got a
Look,
splice.
you've got a plan. Look at you go.
Yeah.
I think people just enjoy watching you kind of make it work. Kind of seeing. So the very first time you skip and you go from the first hole to the 4th, right?
To the 4th hole.
Okay. And then after that, you're just kind of working your way. You go forward 1, back 1, forward 1.
Well, okay. So I just went through this one right here.
Uh-huh.
And then when we first started, this would be our tag end, okay?
Okay.
Right here. And then it's pretty much the same thing as when we started. We skipped 2 holes and we went up the 3rd one. Or the 4th one.
From where you're coming out?
From where I first went in,
Okay.
skipped 2 holes, went in the 4th one.
Gotcha.
But since we've started it, we have to go through that one strand in the back.
Right.
And don't forget that strand in the back. I mean, if you're making like a one-sided or directional something, it doesn't really matter, but if you're doing it on a bag or whatnot.
You want both sides to look the same.
Exactly. So this would be our tag end. And so you went up, you went around, you went through 4 holes up
Okay.
and went through it. But in this case, it's just the next hole.
Can you cut off another piece of lace and start it again on the other side? And do the starting part again?
Yeah, I can do that.
They want us to start it again.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you can redo the video, but at least it'll get us 2 starts.
Okay.
I mean, because once you get it started, you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Exactly.
So here, Josh, real fast, we'll touch your question. Josh, side note here, totally non-related. When using oxalic acid, do you use a wet wash to wipe it off, or you let it dry? You let it dry. You put it on with shearling and then you let it dry. And then you need to condition afterwards because it's drying out your leather, so. But clean it. And then do you know the answer to Dee's question?
I'm not sure. I've never done a flat decorative weave. I want to. I've seen them. I just haven't came across a project that I need to do it on yet. So I can't say nothing.
Luna.
What's happening?
Oh, Andy was out there
Andy
probably
was
with
out there.
Rose.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll do this one closer to the corner so I can get to the corner.
All right.
So I'm gonna open up 4 holes. Gonna go through the first hole, this one right here. And whenever you start, don't start like here. Start like up here in this region. Don't start next to a corner because it'll be difficult to finish it if you start near a corner. So start in the middle or like here, anywhere in this area or here. Just not near
Before a corner.
Before corner, yes. All right. So we'll go in the front.
Is that enough lace? All right, you know.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll find out. We'll go through the 4th hole, so we'll skip these 2 holes and go through this one. Like so, not pulling it very tight, just enough to hold it there. We'll go over the front, through the 2nd hole.
And you're just holding that tag end.
Yep.
Okay.
Down with my finger. Actually, I don't even need to anymore because I went over it with our first overstrand. Cross bite.
Our bite. I remember that.
Yep. All right, so now on the back side, and you want to catch your tag end whenever you do the over bit, you know. Loosen this up, maybe. All right, so whenever I went over, I forgot to catch my tag end. You always want to catch that tag end to hide it up in there. And then we'll pull that back down tight.
Tight-ish.
Tight-ish, yes. All right. Now we're going to take it, and we're going to go under our tag end. Like so. That. We'll go over the top, and now we'll go through the 5th hole. Like so. That. Come up around the front. We don't need to go under or over anything in the back. Come up on the front. Since this strand went over it, we're going to bring this one up by going under it, like so. And then we're going to go through the 3rd hole, which doesn't have anything in it yet. Like so. Then we'll come around to the back. And since we don't have our tag end to go under, we won't go under it. We'll go under the one right here. Like that. And make sure to keep your lace flat. And don't pull out as much lace as you need for the entire project.
That would be a lot.
That would be a lot of lace, and I only pull it about 3 feet at a time because since there's so much pulling and weaving it through, you'll stretch out your lace and you'll make it thinner, and then you'll eventually get some gaps, and then whenever you splice them, there won't be gaps, and it'll look funky.
You'll have some fat lace and some skinny lace.
Exactly. So, and then we'll go through the next hole.
As I say, I think even when Kevin just does his double loop, he might lace with 3 to 4 feet at a time, but that's about all he wants to lace with at once.
And it's a pain to keep all that flat.
It takes forever to pull through every single one when you just got yards and yards of lace. Like, that would be awful.
Yeah, so.
That's why he's going to show you how to splice.
Yep. Should have wallered that hole out. Alright, so now we came to a corner. Alright, so here's the corner. I always punch my corners on an angle. It's just how I do it. I've never punched them flat. I don't even know if that's a thing you
Have
really
you ever
do.
tried a hole? Kevin likes to use a hole in his corner
I
sometimes.
haven't used a hole. It might be easier because we're going to go through this hole 4 times.
Oh, yeah. So a
there's
hole
lot-
might be okay.
There's a lot of lace going in there.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll go through under a strand in the back.
Do you punch your corners first and then line up all the rest of your lacing, or do you do them as you come to them?
Yeah, well, I would punch my first corner, and then I would punch to like here, and then I would punch my corner and go. But yeah, punch the corners and then do in between so you can match up the spacing. All right.
You do your corner, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to open up this corner here. So we're just going to go through it like normal. Should have enough lace for this. we're running low. Alright. Under that one. We'll open up this adjacent hole. We'll go up through that loop around the back. Ooh, my lace got twisted. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Can't have no twisted lace. Alright. And now instead of going through the next hole, we're just going to go through the corner again.
Oh,
So we're basically just putting 2 stitches in the corner instead of going to the next hole.
interesting. Okay, you do that. I need to go blow my nose again.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to come around the front again, and we'll go under this little guy right here. It's like that. You really don't want to pull these tight because it's going to get very tight in the corners. Pull that through. Now on the back side, you can hardly see it, but if you scooch this strand over, right there, you want to go under that little bit
Oh boy.
in that corner. So I'm going to pull that down and go right up through there. We'll come around the front, and now we'll go through the next hole. Alright, now we're going to come over the top, go over one, and then under this one. Like so. This is where you might need some pliers to pull it through. It's going to get kind of tight.
I would say a hole there couldn't hurt.
No. Probably not. And then we're going to go through the corner again. So we're going to open it up again. Pull it through. Running out of lace. Got like 3 inches here. All right. So, I doubt I'll have enough. But we'll go through the next hole, and then we'll come back over the front. Oh, see, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you didn't go under.
Pull this out. Maybe. If it wants to. Take her needle off.
Have you ever ground down a lacing needle so that you could make it work with your like 2 inches of lace that are left?
I have not. That's a good idea. So I come into that problem quite often. I'm always very skimpy on my lace.
I could tell.
Yes.
He's over here using like free lace. He didn't even have to pay for this, and he's still skimpy.
Yep. All right. So on the back, we came through the corner. We want to go underneath this guy right here. And we're basically just stitching normally, but in a very crunched up space. So, just like that.
Just kind of have to find the ones you have to go under.
Yep. And then we'll go through the next hole. And then we'll go under. I don't have enough lace to do this now. We'll go over this one, under this one, and back through the corner. And then you just continue stitching normally.
Okay.
So after you went through this hole, you would come around the back. It would look like this. You would come out of this hole. You would go under this little guy here, over this, and through the next hole. And then just continue lacing all the way around.
All right.
So, yeah, that's how you would do that. So, I can show splicing next. We'll splice this one. Pull off my needle.
Yeah, hit those questions right quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a book that you really like that explains this as well?
I don't. I have YouTube.
You use YouTube.
I use YouTube.
We do have our leather braiding book. Should show you this.
I do believe it's in there. I will look through that.
So the 145-703309 should have this lacing style in it if you'd want to get that book.
That's the Bruce Gauntlet.
Bruce Grant. Bruce Grant.
Luna opened the door and then she left.
Well, you know, she's a lady with her own mind.
Yep.
She changed it.
I can open the door.
And then Michael asked about putting this on the inside of a project. I'm not really sure how that would work because you'd be, number one, it seems like a lot of work and a lot of money to do to something that's going to be on the inside of a bag. And I don't think that the outside would look very good once you turn it inside out.
It'd be kind of thick.
Yeah, I think that it would look weird. And there's really no, like if you want an inside out seam bag, then just hand sew it and turn it inside out. I wouldn't recommend this.
I mean, you might be able to do like the top of a pocket or something and hide your ends.
Yeah, sew that in.
Yeah, that
But
might
if
be
you,
something.
yeah.
So,
Alrighty, we're gonna splice.
we're gonna splice. I'm not to a splicing state yet. Hold up.
Can you show the cover of the book, Liz?
Yeah. It's got a big braid on the front of it.
I don't know what type of braid that is. Alright. So I'm just gonna go through the front. This is the front. Just through the front. So it brings my lace to the back.
Is there a spot that you would say would be a no-no to splice?
The corners, like where I am right now, I wouldn't splice there. I would do another stitch or two, and then I could splice in. Or
So
like
if you're running short and you're getting close to a corner, you should probably splice on it.
probably splice if you're if you're in doubt, splice another piece in.
If you had the 2 feet left, like what he pulled to do the corner, you should just splice.
Yeah. Alright. So now on the back, this isn't like a traditional splice. I don't know how they would weave it back in. I like cut it off, get my new lace and glue it together and then hide it underneath this. That's how I've always done it. I've never had it break on me. So we'll put the needle back on our new piece of lace. And then what I do, since I need this to be on top of the old piece, I'll take it and I'll skive the bottom side of our new piece. And then I'll take this, lay it over where I need it to be, and I'll start and just cut it. Like as I'm skiving it.
Okay.
So I'll like start here. Make sure you have a sharp knife or blade because it helps. And don't cut in your lace underneath it. That's not advisable. So now you can see I got it. And it's tapered out thinner.
Like barely 1/4 of an inch.
Yep.
Like probably just between 1/8 and 1/4 inch long.
Yep. So, and then I'll basically just glue them together.
All right.
It's that simple.
Put it on the back of your project.
Yep, on the back. You can hardly tell whenever it's done.
Right.
So, just take super glue.
Some good old Gorilla Glue.
Always.
I think we sell that, don't we? But you could also just buy it at your local Ace Hardware or Lowe's or Walmart
Dollar Tree.
or Dollar Tree.
You don't need very much. If you put a lot on there and you squeeze it together, it'll get all over your fingers and it's not a fun time.
And then you have to wait for your fingers to unglue before you can continue lacing.
Yep. So I'll just lay it on, give it a nice press. It doesn't have to match up perfect.
I can't even tell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't even tell.
Look at that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's a miracle.
Magic.
All right.
You should work at Disney.
Show you how to make 2 pieces of lace 1 piece.
Did you already talk about your mugs?
Uh-huh.
Yep. So next we're going to go through the hole, or the loop. And now whenever you do this, you want to be kind of careful. Those don't come apart. Oop, not in frame. Alright. So whenever you
Be gentle with
be
this
very
stitch.
gentle. I always hold it as I pull and nudge it in. So as I'm pulling that one, I'm pushing the back side.
Which is why it's important that your splice comes over the top, because otherwise you'd catch it as you're trying to pull it through.
Yep.
But this way your splice is on the back side.
Just slowly shimmy it under there. Something along those lines. Just don't force it, don't pull on this a lot because you'll pull it apart until the glue dries all the way. I know super glue and it dries really fast, but still doesn't cure for a while. Alright, so that's a splice. And then we'll just continue braiding as normal.
Be a little bit gentle with the first couple.
Yep,
Okay.
or the first one. And then after that,
Should be good. Should be locked in place. I mean, Angela, you could lace some coasters. Like that would, you could just do some small coasters that would come back around to itself, just cut some.
I think you're talking a little bit too if you did a pocket and just did the pocket top.
Yeah, but once again,
You would have
this needs to come back around. So something that's.
because you have
Let's make you up an ending thing.
these weird gaps here.
Just go through the whole like 6 times.
6 times.
Make it bulk up on the end.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, you could cut like just like an 1.5 inch rounder if you wanted to. You could do like some cute little earrings. Honestly, that would be kind of fun if you use like the 3/32 lace, and you could just like if you had like just like a 1 inch circle.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a little bit of a bear
The only thing I can
to try to lace around that, but
radius is your outside edge is different than your hole spacing.
yeah,
So you'll stretch the outside more, and you're more prone to have gaps
gotcha.
in your lace. And it won't be the same angle, because if you look, you can see the angle of these is different than the angle of these.
Yeah, those are open more.
Yeah. So if you're doing round corners, I would do tighter hole spacing.
Gotcha.
So make your holes closer together so you don't have weird stretching, especially like that would be the most round I would do with this normal spacing. And that's like,
So was it like an inch and
that would be like
1.5 inch
2 inch.
circle?
2 inch. It'd be like a 2 inch circle.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't do no more than that unless you have tighter hole spacing.
I say, which is going to be difficult because most chisels are kind of preset at whatever the width of the lace is. So you'll have like a 1/8 inch chisel and an 1/8 inch space.
Yeah.
A 3/32 chisel and a 3/32 space.
I know we talked about at the beginning about beveling your lace. You can bevel it, but this we didn't.
Nope, we did
Yeah.
not bevel it.
But you are welcome to do that, and you can see how in his whip making videos.
Yep. All right. And then another thing is the spacing from the edge to the holes.
Oh, yeah.
I do it about the same width as the lace I'm using.
Okay, so you have an 1/8 inch.
An 1/8 inch in
Okay.
for 1/8 inch lace. 1/8 inch everything. All right. I'll do one more here and then I'll start it again so I can splice into itself or finish it. Because that can get very confusing. I know the first time I did that, I messed it all up. And it looks really funky and big and bulky and
Oh, right.
yep.
You should have just made a Turkish knot off the end of it.
Turkish knot for your Mexican round braid.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Braiding
the-
around the world.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. So I'll cut that off. And I'll show you how to round that out and finish it too. So I'll just snip.
Snip.
Snip. You gotta make the noises.
I'm all about the noises.
Mm-hmm.
Parched and my bottle's empty.
Oh, no.
Water bottle.
Okay, I have to blow my nose again.
Just gonna start it like normal. You don't want to see this again. Some 4 holes. Go through this one.
Oh, she must have gotten blown
Yeah,
out
she had to
again.
go blow her nose again.
I don't think my body is very happy coming back from this beautiful, sunny California with like 80, 90-degree days to rainy, overcast 50-degree weather here in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Is the technical name for this one the Mexican round braid?
Yeah.
Is there not Spanish or anything?
As far as I know, it's called the Mexican Round Braid.
Okay.
Why? Just question.
There was a question that I was just
Oh, okay.
answering it. Well, getting it answered.
What's the meaning to life, Spencer?
The meaning to life?
Yeah, have you figured it out yet?
I haven't.
Oh.
He's just a little boy.
Yeah.
He's a
I haven't got there yet.
little guy.
Are you like Pinocchio? Are you a real boy?
I hope so.
I'm a real boy.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I like to think.
Spencer did bring in a bobcat this week.
I did.
that
Was it
he tanned.
alive?
No, it
Oh,
was
okay.
it was a hide
No.
that I had tanned out.
But it's a cylinder, and you can put him on his arm, and then you can make him do things like scare my dog.
Yeah.
What did you tan it with?
Tanning stuff, a lot of chemicals.
You didn't brain tan him.
I didn't brain tan it. I use chemicals to tan my stuff.
Is brain tanning happy with the hair on? Is that a... I haven't actually ever thought about that.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Well, brain tanning isn't necessarily tanning. It's basically rawhide with a bunch of fat put into it. And then after you do that, you got to smoke it, and that is what actually tans it.
Interesting. Maybe I should have paid attention to that video that used to play when I was on retail a little bit more closely. We had like a tanning video back when I first started working here that like we literally played it for like a year and a half. And it was like this dude that was tanning deer hides. And I think that and maybe he used a couple different tanning methods that he went over. I don't remember anymore. But I used to be able to quote that thing.
Yeah.
I think I've pushed it out of my mind though.
Yep. I use a pickle, and then I neutralize them, and I put a bunch of tanning oils and chemicals on them, and yeah.
Spencer's father is a taxidermist, so he has good access to all of these things.
Yes.
That answers Paul's question.
Yep.
I know people call all the time. They're like, "How can I get?" And I think we used to sell like a little bottle of like Dr. Tanner's tanning or something like that. It was a Tandy product. I don't know if they make it anymore, but that was really the only thing that we had. Otherwise, I was like, "Call your local taxidermist." Will they sell you chemicals? Can you buy them?
No.
No.
My dad gets it all from Mackenzie. It's a taxidermy store that he buys it from. I don't.
Maybe it was just a girl he knew.
Oh yeah.
Mackenzie gives me. Mackenzie, you know, the taxidermy.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
Mackenzie, the chemical seller.
The chemical
She's a
seller.
great gal.
Yep. So.
Hello, Mackenzie.
Yes, this is Mackenzie.
I would like some chemicals.
Okay, that sounds great. Here you go.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know either. That was something else.
Well, that is good information, Spencer. Mackenzie. Can you Google that? Do they have a website?
Yeah, Mackenzie Taxidermy.
Okay.
I'm sure you can Google just about anything.
So if you guys are, I mean, you know, the leather world is really weird, and a lot of like,
What you find is up to you in your browser history.
yeah, that is true. So Mackenzie Taxidermy, if anybody's looking for tanning chemicals, that is, I'm going to email the office that when we're done here because
Yep.
we have people calling all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know, Bass Pro.
Yeah, I mean they do sell like a little orange bottle thing for tanning. It's not very good though. It's
Away from the glue box.
it's like a brain tanning solution, but without the brains.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right.
You can also use eggs and mayonnaise.
That's because eggs are amazing. You mean you can make? Oh, and mayonnaise. I was gonna say you can make mayonnaise.
Because you just adding fats into the leather.
Just fat. Okay.
That's what brain is. It's fat.
Brains are just fat, guys.
Just fat.
It's amazing what just some fat can do.
All right. Oh yeah, we're splicing in. Yes. I almost just did it. All right. So I just stitched up to it or laced up to it, and then I went through the first hole. So this would be our tag end that we started with. I went through that hole, around the back. So through that hole, around the back over the front, and under that strand, just a normal stitch. Go through the adjacent hole, like normal. Come up through this little guy, just that guy, like normal. It's pretty much the exact same thing, except there's one.
There's already a piece
Weird.
of lace in the way.
What?
No, whenever it's basically doing the same thing. You're just sticking your
You're
needle
just-
where lace is already at.
Yeah, exactly.
The hole is no longer empty.
Yeah. So we'll go through the next hole now. So I went through,
So we're just going
This hole.
over the lace.
and then we'll go through this hole. We aren't going to go under or
Okay.
over,
so-
none of those.
Okay.
Just like so. Come back around the back. Go over the top. Oh, we're going to come over the top.
We need to move the table so you can get.
I feel like you're having to hold it.
Well, I always hold my stuff really
Well,
close to
hold
me.
on. I mean, I can move the table. Does that get you better?
Yeah.
You feel better about life?
I do, actually.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Should have said something sooner.
All right, so we're not going to cross any of these either. We're just going to go under this strand in the front. So we just went through this hole right here. So we're going to come over the top and under this one. Like so. Just like that. We're going to go through the adjacent hole to put 2 in that one. Right. And then we're going to come, okay, here's where it gets a little confusing. We're going to come up over the back. We're going to go under this little guy. Like that. Like so. And then we're going to come over the top. We're going to go over this one. And these two are actually touching right here. But
Oh,
we
I see
wanna,
that. Mhm.
We want to separate that, and we want to go under this guy right there.
Oh, sneaky little one.
Dig in there and grab him. Pull him through, just like that. And then we'll go through this hole right here. Because if you notice, that one only has one piece of lace going through. There's a little gap right there. So we'll waller out that hole. Pull it through. And that is it. And to finish it off, what we will do is we'll come up under it, just like so. You just want to tuck it so it doesn't come out. So we'll tuck it up under, like so. Like so.
Just cut it right off.
Yep. This is our tag end we first started with. So it'll look a little rough in the back when you finish. But just try to hide it.
Just do the best you can.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna look at it. You are the only person that knows where you ended.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then I just cut it off a little bit, and then we'll just.
Now that's an awl. No, it's not.
No, it isn't. It's the same
It was
thing.
just
I didn't-
you
I
were
didn't-
holding it vertically, and it looked like
yeah,
it was.
there.
Yeah, but it looked.
It's an all
Your
now.
fed sure look like an awl. I think they also call it like a belt awl.
This thing?
Yeah.
Look, I can get the item number now that I have a catalog.
88-477.
There it is.
All right. So we tuck that in there, like so. And that is how we finish it. It's a little loose up here because that's where we started.
But you're going to show them how to work all that.
Work to even out the tension.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, saddle soap.
Always.
Always saddle soap.
All the time. We waller and saddle soap. I'm sure it's just some fat.
Yeah, it's probably just as fast as you're wallering.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna take a little saddle soap. You can also saddle soap your lace before you do it. Like take your saddle soap, take your lace, and pull it through. That conditions the lace also on both sides before you start
Then
lacing.
he does that with his saddle strings.
You can do that. And that makes them nice and pliable, and you pull through the holes easier too. So we're just gonna rub a little bit of that on there.
Nice and fat.
Then I got a edge burnisher. We're just gonna round it off sometimes I take it, put it on the edge of a table. It's really hard to do here. And run it like this so it has a nice sturdy
Sure.
back. Most of the time I do it on the edge of the table, so it's a little difficult. But
We have another block if you wanted to.
we can stack blocks.
Do I need to move the camera?
No.
I'll start with the camera.
We'll just stack blocks.
Liz loves stacking blocks
I do.
in the form of Legos.
I stack all the blocks.
You block stacker.
Take it over the
Like
top.
the game Jenga?
I wonder if you could saddle soap Legos if it'd help them snap together easier.
I mean, they snap together just fine.
Oh, okay.
It's almost as if they're made for that.
The tolerancing that Lego keeps is quite tight.
Eureka!
Alright, then we'll take it on the back. Now what you could do, instead of how I finished this, how there's this gap here, instead of bringing it, this was the finished piece that we went up through the middle. Instead of doing it on this side, do it on
bring it
this,
back.
do it on this side, and run it under this strand out the top. Do it that
See
way.
how hard that is to do right now to fix it?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
There's no fixing that. It's
If you really
Never
tried,
say
you
never.
probably could, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Yeah, but do it this way, not that way, or you won't have a gap there. It'll look better.
and this is what happens when you do things live.
Yep. You go too fast and you mess things up.
It looks great, Spencer.
So we'll just round it off, and this would be smoother, and you wouldn't be able to see nearly as many lines, and it would feel a lot smoother if all these were beveled. Just
Yes.
everything lays flatter. So, yeah. But that's
That's the Mexican round braid.
the Mexican round braid.
Are there any other questions?
They were just looking at Spencer's hands and how beat up they were. I think that he might have actually killed the bobcat with his bare hand.
That's very possible. I mean,
He's got cowboy hands.
I did when I was younger. I caught a mouse with my bare hands, and it
Ew.
bit.
I did too.
And you killed it?
No,
Why?
it
I did.
bit the bejesus out of me.
Did it?
Yeah,
Did you have to go get
And then you let it go?
I didn't go get shots, and yes, I did let it go. I didn't hold on to it for very long.
I did. I grabbed it by the tail and it tried to bite me, and so I threw it against the wall.
Yeah,
Why does that not surprise me?
I just grabbed it like full body, and it just.
If you would have squeezed hard enough, I wouldn't have been able to bit you. Did
I was like
gross.
4.
That really stuck in your mind, didn't it? Being bit by a
mouse.
mouse at 4 years old.
Yep.
I don't think I remember anything from when I was 4.
You're 4?
I was at one time.
Yeah,
For a
one
whole
time you
year.
were also 4, Abigail. I said everybody goes through it once in life.
All right. Any other questions?
If you end your lace in the bend of a wallet, does it work itself back out? End it on
Like in the corner,
I think like in the middle.
Would you try to end on a corner, or would you end in a flat spot?
I would definitely
Like-
in a flat spot. But yeah, if your wallet bends like this, I wouldn't do here. I would do like here.
Yeah,
or
you
here.
know where you're starting. So
So-
start in a smart spot.
Yeah. Don't make it on a bendy
Yeah.
part that bends. So.
Let's see, what else is there? Supergirl followed.
Nice. Thanks for the
I'm
follow.
a Supergirl, and I'm here to go.
Consummate nerd is speaking in Spanish.
Hola. That's what I got.
Your voice is soothing. I assume they were talking about you instead of me, but
Thanks.
no, they were talking about Spencer, not you or.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
You or myself.
Spencer is very soothing.
He does kind of have like that Bob Ross.
The Bob Ross
Do
tone.
you want to just read to us for a little bit?
I'm good.
Guys, Terry
don't know.
Beeson brought us his book.
Terry Beeson did bring us a book.
And I was thinking that it could be fun when I don't have a cold to have like story time in Twitch afterwards.
Oh, I'm gonna read it in the after party.
Oh.
Yeah, so if anybody's curious, Terry wrote a book. He was just in today and we got him all his leather from his live sale, so that was a lot of fun.
You want to show it there?
Dragonflies on my rod tip. How cute is that? That looks like something that Spencer's familiar with.
Yep.
Dragonflies on his rod tip.
Yep. Spencer likes to fish.
Oh yeah, all the time. and hunt and everything outdoors.
Jeff is going to cut.
Or bowl. This
I
dude
can
is an
bowl.
amazing bowler. We learned that a few weeks ago at our store bowling party that we had. This guy can throw some balls down a lane.
Cut.
Yeah.
Cut armories.
I was impressed. There's nothing this guy can't do, though. That's what I've learned.
I don't know. I haven't done everything yet, so I don't know.
Beat me by 4.
You haven't done everything? How are you at
I
umpiring?
haven't done everything yet.
What?
How are you at umpiring?
I've never umpired.
Well, let's change that.
Tony will
There's
show
an
you
umpire
how.
shortage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, anything else, Tony?
I'm sure I can make stuff up.
He sure can. Alrighty, well, thanks for joining us. Hope you guys learned a lot. It was fun.
If you didn't learn a lot, just go back to the beginning and watch it again.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And then try that out. That's what we got today.
Yep.
Live shopping tomorrow. After party on Twitch. Friday is what?
Friday, Denny will be starting
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the handbags. So we've got our classic handbag pattern pack, and Denny is starting with the Lillian.
Yep.
Yes. So we will be working on the Lillian on Friday. It'll probably run for 2 videos, so tune in. Denny will be back with that. So, yay.
Hang out on Twitch for the after party.
Yep, come join us on Twitch. Alrighty, guys, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you tomorrow, and then Friday, and then next Wednesday, and then till the end of time.
Yep. Forever and ever.
Okay, have a good one, guys.
See you.